Oh yeah, sorry guys for being in this sort of format because I have Windows 10 installed and then my both computers just crashed because of it. So work in progress to be done. And yeah, what I wanted to talk is about I guess transitioning for transgender people because that is seen as some sort of diverse topic. Just like some people like feel dysphoria, some people they don't feel dysphoria, or is it like in my eyes it is still there for them too, but it might be it just might be some sort of how to say it might appear in mental ways which is not feeling at all. It's more thinking and it's hard to describe, but then you cannot sort of connect. You cannot connect with people. You cannot connect with yourself. You just lose connection, and then you isolate yourself. And or from the another side, you might be super active, super hyper, um, doing stuff like connecting with like the most numbers possible, being like crowded all the time, strangers. It's like being friend to everybody basically, which is not being friend to anyone. And that disconnection is also very much of maybe bigger danger because you seem to be connecting with so many people, but then you're actually super alone. Like they say, it's worst alone is when you're surrounded with people and still feel alone, right? So sometimes solitude, physical solitude, is not a sign of unhealthy social life. It's more of just knowing who to connect with. I don't know. In itself as well, because within we are like matrix connecting with this all possible part of us. Like if we connect with our true self, like the higher consciousness, right? Yeah. Um, and if we are connected to that, to who we are for real, we are fine. We can be like in the middle of nowhere and we will still be fine. Uh, or we can, yeah, be in like crowded by millions and we then lose the ground as well. Works both ways. So, yeah, that part. And I guess there are a lot of other things that like you might sort of feel dead. That's already the feeling. Act like machine. Wait. Okay. Hmm. So when you disconnect from who you are and what you really need to actually do, like not like who you are and you connect with that, but it's actually who what you need to do to yourself to get you better. You don't want to be again integrated, um, like wall. You are okay with being in pieces, like mm, just not. Just basically being dead, like plain dead, not being alive, mm, being like phantom or something, like a ghost, like like being really like vampire. I don't know, werewolf. You're not self. You're not living. You're just playing dead. But that's how it is. This phrase it just popped out naturally. So in this way, you feel okay. You feel fine. I feel okay while not having done surgeries. Like, but when I feel okay, I am not okay. I think in weird ways. And yeah, it turns in circles and it's always there. So if you are transgender, I suggest you to really don't always check the feelings. Sometimes check the thinking. Sometimes, I don't know. We all are one system, one nature. And if we don't do what our nature tells us to do, but outside world are telling us to do, just it won't be possible for us to connect. Yes, it's exactly what it is. We don't connect with ourselves. Sorry, we sort of escaping. Where would we escape if we are like build up when our thinking machinery is sort of more expressed outwards? So we might use that to not feel what we don't want to feel, and then it becomes our everyday. But our thinking, that is already corrupt because in order for us to not feel, we damage our thinking. Or in order for us to think, okay, we damage our feeling. And then it's just you cannot escape it if you have it. So that's why we have medicine. And then you don't escape it as well because we damage our bodies. And our bodies is really enormously cool systems. And if you break it, well, you might see it as fixing. But using medicine very isn't very much of the deal, right? Because if you if you use meds all the time, it alters your body, then it alters your feeling and your thoughts and your being. And I think with transitioning, the most of the incredible part is that this way of healing probably gives you more pluses than minuses, more benefits than losses. Although you might disagree with it, um, so I don't know how to ideally fix it. I don't think there's possibility yet, but I think it's still better to find solutions to be well. You have a mismatch or like oh god, I will need to cut some pieces of this video. You have a mismatches. Your body, mind, and like your brain and your rest of the body is just like what? And this mismatch will cause effects anyway. It will cause effects anyway. And while you let your body be altered, it has effects and it has losses while you cannot procreate anymore basically. Can have sex, but you cannot have kids. Um what if you leave it to your mental health? It will have its effects too. If you leave it to your sort of feeling like emotional um, body, maybe emotional world, emotional person that you are, that will leave effects too, tremendous effects. If you leave it just like for your being, which I think for me it's like my history, my old genetic forms, it's basically on genes and all the instincts, all this like lower brains, right? Um, the instincts we have from fishes, the behavior we have from monkeys, and this whole mechanism and this whole history, every event, every relationship, everything is like building, like building. So if you leave it there, this building will be really awkward as well.